On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Ultimately, I think all the situations today, it really comes down to, I really look at this from a product theory. And it's like, as women, whether you like it or not, the prospect of marriage for the average guy has not been made to look appealing. Um, Bad marketing though it may be. So I look at it as an opportunity. If you're a woman looking to marry an average guy, you have a low barrier to entry. Make it look appealing. Make it look appealing. Let a guy know what he's going to get, because today, a lot of guys, that's why guys keep asking, what does she bring to the table? What does she bring to the table? What does she bring to the table? The women who already kind of know what they bring to the table and how they're going to make the risk, the commitment palatable, got one leg up. And number two, we used to have that notion, divorce is too easy.
All right, Kevin, we talked about earlier. I want to get your opinion about this real quick. We talked about the woman's ultimate goal in life. And the question I asked is the ultimate goal for a woman to be a wife? I want to get your thoughts on it.
I don't think so. Not today. I mean, I can honestly, without a doubt, say that I know more men who want to get married than women that want to be wives. I know more men who want to be husbands than women that want to be wives. I know many women who want to get married. I know many women who want to get married. But in the same breath, I know women who don't want to get married because they don't want to be divorced and have to look at their friends as the divorcee. They would rather be in a 10-year relationship, and if it falls apart, they just break up. They don't have to have that divorce hanging over their head. We've forgotten what marriage is, because when a man marries a woman, we know we got to provide. We know we got a job to do. Today, the job of the wife is convoluted. There is no clear instruction to what a woman is really expected to do. So why I think most women today want a partner, want what they think a marriage is, but a marriage and a wife are two very different things.
All right. So go ahead.
I agree. And let me say, because I know it's a lot about, so many different content creators are saying, like, don't be a stepdad, and being a stepdad is, horrible and things like that. But I'm a product of a stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said earlier, my stepdad, he's been in my life since I was 11, and I call him my dad. And even if my mom was to divorce him, he's still my dad. So I know we hear being a stepdad is horrible, but I'm a product of that. My dad left when I was 2.
Why do you think guys say it's horrible?
Well, maybe my situation is not the norm.
No,
maybe
it's not.
No.
Like anything else, you're a mother. What do we do when medicine tastes bad? What do we do? Put a little cherry flavor in to put a little something in to make it taste better, right?
Right.
So that's what they do with kids today. Back when I was growing up, fuck that. You took the castor oil. Don't care how it tastes.
Come on, castor oil.
So if being a stepfather is deemed as being don't be that, then mothers have a marketing problem. How are women addressing the marketing problem? How are women with children making being a stepfather appeal to men that they would have to be stepfathers? How inviting are mothers making the prospect look?
I would say that we're not.
No, because look at my show.
Yeah.
Look at my show. How often do women call it in my show? It starts after 10 o'clock.
Right.
How many times have you seen my show after 10 o'clock? I don't start taking calls till about 11. First thing you know, beep, beep, smoke detector going off. Single woman queue. Then the kid is up running around. Late 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, mama on the phone, all in the ear. The first thing a man who is a non-custodial family, the man who has first thing a man wants is kids that are no problem. Are your kids well behaved? Are they in line? Are they disciplined? Are they already under some structure? And if they're not, that tells me that the man that you had the child for, either he lacks structure or he's not in that life. So the first
Mm-hmm.
thing I'm gonna have to come do is put some structure under somebody. But if as the mother, if you don't have that structure, you're gonna fight me putting that structure in because most women have raised child what they think is right. How many women don't even want to discipline their kids today? They want to be their kids' friends. So men don't. It is not as though men don't want to be stepfathers per se. Men
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be suckers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be humiliated, disrespected, emasculated. Now,
Right.
your situation is different because you revere your stepfather, and I grew up in a time where men who did step in and become stepfathers got a hell of a lot more respect because the women treated those men with reverence. Women would say, we got a good man here, we got a good situation. You better get." There was no line, there was no plan. She checked the kids quick. Today, it's far more, we're a package deal, and I'm gonna cut for my kid over you. So as a
Yeah.
man, you're automatically going in behind the kid, the mother, possibly the BD, and the
Mm-hmm.
dog. A lot of men are going into a lot of men are going into headship in fifth place, and that just
Yeah.
doesn't make a lot of sense. Who wants to? Men want to win, right?
Right.
Right? We want to win. So if we're all at the starting blocks on the race and the gun fires, boom, and everybody else is starting out running, if we can't start running until 5 seconds later, that means we got to run extra hard to just try to catch up to do what somebody else is already doing. So it's not as though men just don't want to be stepfathers. Men don't want problems. I think
Yeah.
that's more the case.
And I understand it because even when I remember when they married, my mom was like, "You gonna respect him," and even to this day, if I ask my mom for something or she's like, "Well, did you ask? You ask your daddy? You ask your stepdad?"
Mm-hmm.
So I have to still go through him to get a
Mm-hmm.
yes. So she started off very clear. This is the man of the house. And I guess that's probably why I reference him as my father, because my mom made it that way. She was like, "Did you ask him?" Or she would tell me, "Well, I have to make sure it's okay with him before, I'll let you use the car," or something like that. So,
See, if things were the way they used to be, the new man would be able to talk to the one father, stepfather, and the father would be able to have open communication from get go,
yeah.
because but that's not the way it typically happens. So I like I said, ultimately I think all the situations today, it really comes down to, I really look at this from a product theory, and it's like, as women, whether you like it or not, the prospect of marriage for the average guy has not been made to look appealing. Um, Bad marketing though it may be. So I look at it as an opportunity. If you're a woman looking to marry an average guy, you have a low barrier to entry. Make it look appealing. Make it look appealing. Let a guy know what he's going to get, because today, a lot of guys, that's why guys keep asking, what does she bring to the table? What does she bring to the table? What does she bring to the table? The women who already kind of know what they bring to the table and how they're going to make the risk, the commitment palatable, got one leg up. And number two, we used to have that notion, divorce is too easy.